Tender Mercies in Lafayette.
Tender Mercies in Rogersville.
Tender Mercies here in Rotherwood.
And he said he does his worship on his own. He writes poetry and music. He even sang us one of his songs right there in the parking lot, which was super awesome. It's beautiful. But we got to talking, and he says he wants to learn more about baptism and work towards baptism. Yep.
And he's like, I want to make it at church Sunday. I want this to help me teach basketball. And so that's Tender Mercies right there.
Tender Mercies.
We felt the Spirit. It's
Use
awesome.
your friends' needs to teach the sacrament.
Heck
Tender
yeah.
Mercies.
We're like, okay, we're gonna spend 30 minutes at the gas station and at Walmart, and we're just gonna get some good contacting in public in. And what happened to Elder Woodward?
Elder Allred is a beast and found 3 people, and we together invited 85 different people.
Yeah. So invite everybody to come to church and talk to everybody. Tender Mercies, y'all.
Tender Mercies.
And we got to the scriptures about baptism and how Jesus Christ talked about its importance. And we talked to him. He's like, yeah, that's something I want to work towards. So we extended a date to him, and he wants to get baptized on the 2nd of November. So we put him on date for November 2nd.
We talked about baptism, and we invited her to be baptized. And she said yes, and she's so down to work towards it.
So excited. Super elect. God
Amen.
provides. Tender Mercies.
If she had just gone on a walk and she was impressed to take another route home, and if she didn't, she would have missed us and we would have missed her. Tender Mercies. And now she said that she's going to get endowed. Yay. Tender Mercies.
Tender Mercies in Cookville. So we just had a sick lesson with our friend James with our good member Jim, and we were going over turkeys.
And then we talked about baptism. James on date for the 26th.
Hey, prayers up, baby.
Let's go.
And so we talked about what she stood in need of and how she could find greater amounts of God's joy in her life. And it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah. She's so elect.
So elect.
We read Alma 7 with her and related it to her trials.
Yes.
And then we talked about baptism. And guess what, y'all? She wants to be baptized.
And she's coming to church on Sunday.
Prayers up for Donna.
Yes.
But his roommate called us and said that he wants to learn more.
So we pulled up today, and we not only did we find him, we put him on a date, and we met our recent convert for the first time. And they're both coming to church on Sunday.
Yay, Tender Mercies!
We were out finding today at Walmart, and we were talking to everyone. And we stopped and talked to a lady, and were able to talk to her and pray with her. And that helped her. And we got her phone number, and we're going to talk to her more on Monday.
So last night, Sister Hartman and I were campus finding, and we found the most elect friend named Brody. So tonight we met with him, and
we put him on date for November the 2nd.
We started talking about baptism with them, and they both want to be baptized.
Super cool, Tender Mercy. The Lord led us to Kashayla and Soraya so we could powerfully invite them to be baptized. And now they're coming to church tomorrow to worship Jesus Christ and feel the Spirit.
We were just talking to one of our members' granddaughters, and she's been wanting to be baptized. So we went there and talked with her, taught her the doctrine of baptism, then put her on date for November 9th.
Yes, sir.
All right, to start off the day, we were praying to have an amazing sacrament Saturday, and specifically to have a 212 miracle.
So we knocked on apartment number 212, of course, and we found our good friend Devani. And she's coming to church tomorrow, and she's bringing her 4 kids and her mom.
Tender Mercies.
212 Tender Mercies.
And all of a sudden this lady just walks past us. And he says, "Hey you!" She's, "Yeah? We're learning about the good word. Do you want to come learn with us?" And she goes, "Heck yeah!" And so she comes over and she joins us too. Johnny's already a missionary without even knowing it.
So we went to Charles, Michael, and Teresa, and we were talking to them. We set up some action plans to help them stop smoking and stop drinking coffee. And then we went to our other friend Brittany, and we got her vape. So
she had it right over, right as we walked in the door.
She did.
So we met with her at the church and did a church tour with her. And what did we do?
We showed her the font, and we asked her if she'd been baptized before. She was like, "That's actually what I was trying to talk to you guys about." And then we put her on date for October 25th.
Yes!
She's getting baptized.
Yep. They have 9 kids. All of them want to be baptized the way that Jesus was. And we're meeting with them again tomorrow night. Tender Mercies.
Tender Mercies.
Got her.
We've got her on date for baptism on the 26th.
Yeah, got her baptismal calendar and she's so excited. We're going to see her at church tomorrow. She said that she's going to try to match our ties with whatever dress she's wearing, so that should be sick.
And he said that he's been praying to know which church to go to and for God to direct him. And he said, I know that this is an answer to my prayer and that this is the church I need to go to.
And ultimately they felt the importance that they should be baptized.
Yeah, so Kalani, Dante, Christian, and Latima are on date for October 26th. Let's go. Tender Mercies.
Oh yeah.
The other day I was inviting this guy to church and I invited him to be baptized. He said that that's what he's wanting in his life.
Yeah, and we had an amazing lesson with him today. We taught him word of wisdom and law of chastity, and he's like, yeah, I smoke, but I'll give anything up for the Lord. It was awesome.
And so at the end, we just had to bring up baptism. So what happened, Elder?
Well, we brought up baptism. We invited him to be baptized in Preach My Gospel language, and he said yes.
And so we stopped him. Yeah, we were like, yo, Jordan, wait, we want to give you this. And we gave him a Book of Mormon, and it was saved, and it was awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jordan's coming to church, and he's going to read the Book of Mormon and be baptized.
Tender mercies.
Tender mercies.
Yep, and they're all super amazing, and they all want to work towards baptism. And we got really solid return appointments with them, and it was just so awesome, and the Spirit was so strong, and it was such a wonderful night.
And she sent the text, shared her testimony using the Book of Mormon app, and hopefully Sarah's going to be able to go down to the church in Johnson City. So watch out, YSA elders, for a golden referral.
Well, we passed this guy and we asked him if he wanted to come to church with us, and he was like, yeah. So we taught him about this sacrament, and fortunately he lives in Knoxville and we live in Lebanon, but we will send him to the elders here.
You guys, we're at Tender Mercies in Cookville today. We were driving home from Zone Conference, and this homie that we invited 2 months ago, he had our card and he called us up.
And so we met up with him, and we had a little lesson, and he wants to get baptized.
And we were following the guidance of the Spirit, being generous with the invitation to be baptized. And what happened, Elder?
Well, we invited her, we used the will you language, and she said yes. And she also said she's been looking for a great place to go worship, and a good place that accept her for who she is, which is pretty cool. And that's kind of exactly what we do.
Tender Mercies in Greenville, Spanish. We got free donuts.
Woo! We are teaching our amazing friends Stephanie and Bentley, and they are on date. And you know what that means? We need to invite them to follow the word of wisdom.
So we decided to go into the lesson, and we taught them the word of wisdom, and guess what we came out with?
Woo!
And so today we talked to her about the restoration of the gospel, and she loved that as well. And we invited her to be baptized on October 26th. What did she say, Elder?
She said yes.
She said yes.
So tonight we had 10 minutes left in our night to go find 2 more people to hit our finding goal. So we pulled up to Walmart, and what happened?
The first 2 people that we talked to, we found.
Yay! Tender Mercies!
On the way back from Zone Conference, we decided to role play the doctrine of baptism, and we plan on teaching it to somebody.
And before the lesson, we thought we'd invite her to be baptized in around 2 weeks, but we had some inspiration to invite her to be baptized on the 19th, and she accepted. So let's go.
The best part after church is one of our members actually got his number. We didn't even need to ask. He was just like, hey, let me come visit you one of these days.
Yeah. It's Tender Mercies. Members are awesome.
We found this puppy! We found this little guy. He is so cute. Hi, buddy.
And so we go and introduce ourselves. His name is Thomas. He's not a member. He just likes coming to the LDS church. And fast forward to 2 weeks today.
He got baptized.
Thomas got baptized. So Tender Mercies.
Yeah, so after we did the phone call, we went outside, and then we were about to go to her house, and then she pulled up in her car. And so then we got in contact with her, and we got her phone number, and she said that she's interested in English class and in coming to church. And so it was really cool.
Both of us taught him the doctrine of baptism and threw that guy on date.
After this great Zone Conference we had, of just straight doctrine, straight sacrament and baptism. Our third invitation of baptism today. We got one to say yes.
So we taught him the doctrine of baptism and put him on date for November 2nd. And he said yes.
Y'all.
You got
that right.
Woo! Tender Mercies.
Tender Mercies in Maryville. So we were just doing daily contacts, and the first guy that answered, what did we do? We put him on date. Woo! Tender Mercies!
We invited our friend Bryson. Yep. And we called him up tonight, and he remembered. And we're teaching him more, and we'll see him at church this Sunday.
Yep, we're doing a church tour on Wednesday. Going to teach him the doctrine, and he's getting baptized.
And so we asked if they want to be baptized. They said, I don't know. But we're going to put them on date tomorrow. Tender Mercies.
Pray for him.
And so we taught him about baptism and extended an invitation for him to be baptized on October 26th. He accepted. Jamie's going to get baptized.
Amen. And he gave us his cigarettes. So that's a +1 right there.
He's super cool. Met him in Walmart parking lot. It's super awesome. I came up to him. He wanted a Book of Mormon. He just wanted to know everything that I had to say about Jesus Christ and everything that I had to say about prophets and Revelation, all of it. He was just awesome.
So today we went to go see a referral, and she was not interested, and low-key bashed us on her porch for like 20 minutes.
But her downstairs neighbor on the lower balcony heard the whole conversation, and we were leaving, and we were driving away, and he came and flagged us down, and he goes, "Girls, what church do you go to? I want to come."
And she hardcore committed to reading the Book of Mormon, praying about it, and we're going to teach her more about baptism soon here.
Yep. And on a side note, Brady got back to us.
Brady's back.
Let's go.
Well, we were out there contacting everybody we could see, and it started raining on us, and we said, you know what, we're going to continue. And through that diligent effort, we ended up being able to find 3 people.
Oh yeah, let's go. Tender
Tender
Mercies.
Mercies.
Get gritty, y'all.